Hey, Rich, let's back up for a moment to, I think you said you were in about 7th grade when you guys had to leave your home in Pennsylvania for Tennessee. What happened?
Okay, well, 7th grade or 8th grade, right in that time period,
Okay.
there was this thing, nuclear power plant in Pennsylvania called 3 Mile Island.
Okay.
It was, as they say, the first nuclear disaster. That's why I'm growing another foot out of my ear right now, but we hide it a lot. Okay.
Stop.
Anyway, so 3 Mile Island was the first nuclear supposedly disaster in America.
Okay.
So because my mom was in a wheelchair, they actually had us evacuate. You know, people who had a handicap, or
Okay.
they said, "All right, you need to get out of there." So we actually went to my uncle. We called him Uncle Whip. He was a preacher in Tennessee, and he wasn't a like, "I'm gonna whip you, Uncle Whip."
Uh-huh.
He was one of those, that was his. They called him Whippersnapper as a kid. So they shortened it to Uncle Whip.
Cute.
So that was his name, Uncle
He
Whip.
was awesome, yes.
Yeah, he's a great guy. One of the best guys I've ever met.
Yep.
Yep. And I can say that
agree.
with an honest face. Yeah.
And
I
I
mean,
agree.
not trying because he's my uncle.
Yep.
He was. But he passed away a few years back. But great man. I wish I had more time with him.
Yeah.
Well, we went there, and I remember, you know, he had tent revivals, and he did a lot. He's the first guy to take Bibles to Russia.
Wow.
He did a lot. But we got a glimpse of God. You know, I guess you say glimpse of Jesus. We're
Sure.
going to church. He wasn't shy with, you know, hey, this is what you need to do in life. He told my mom. My mom didn't want to go that route back then. You know,
Sure.
God was there. We were here.
Yeah.
Jesus was, oh, that's every Sunday for you guys, not us. But, you know, my uncle kind of put something in us, prayed for us, whatever he did with his family, which they all seemed to be pretty good. You know, we were the wild bunch. Well, most of all of our family was. But yeah, Uncle Whip was a good man. So we went over there for a few, I don't know, what is it, a couple of weeks, a month. Then went back to Pennsylvania. Pretty much nothing really happened, but later in life there was a lot of people dying of weird diseases and
Wow.
like, you know, just stuff that wasn't right. You know, just kind of out of the blue.
Mysterious.
Mysterious diseases.
But people assumed it was linked to the meltdown.
Yeah, of course, that's what everybody knows.
Scary.
I mean, the eggs on the pheasants and birds were not thickening anymore.
Wow.
They had to have people just start growing, you know, put them in incubators and growing them just to get more stock back up. But nobody ever writes about that stuff, you know.
Sure. Kind of
Stuff
like your mom being shot. I couldn't find that anywhere online. Like your Aunt Deb had to tell me about it.
Yeah, that was just a small part of what people...
The bigger thing.
Of the bigger thing, yeah, that's a good way to say it.
Well, and Uncle Whip had a wife named Aunt Faye, so I just want to throw that out there. She's just as amazing as he.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. But so you went back to Pennsylvania, and then what?
Well, I really don't know why my mom decided she wanted to move to Florida.
Who was in Florida?
We had quite a bit of family. We had my grandma, Uncle Joe, Kathy, Uncle Whip, Uncle Butts. We got some weird names in our family. We got Aunt Skeets, Aunt Leanie.
You do have weird names.
Lutz. We got some weird names in our family. We're old hillbillies from the
old country folk.
Country folk. So yeah, so I don't know. My mom never really knew why we moved to Florida, but when we were early teens, that was our thing, come to Florida. And
I would imagine she needed the help of family if she had 6 kids or 5 still living at home, 4 or 5, and you guys were probably a lot of work. Like, let's be real. That's a lot
for one person. I really thought about that, but you know, she already handled us as little ones, but maybe the teenage years. Yeah. Maybe so, I don't know. But it was, well, we had Terry, my oldest brother, was living down here too. Okay. Because he was like 7 years older than, no. He's probably 8 or 9 years older than me, so he was. So yeah, I guess it could have been the family thing. I'm not sure.
I could see her needing help and moving. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So with me, maybe.
Little cutie.